Hey guys, welcome to my newest video for today. For today's video, I'm going to be doing something that I have attempted in the past on this channel and I would like to bring back, and that is my physical media wrap up for each month. So this is just the movies and TV shows that I managed to watch out of my physical media collection. This isn't going to include cinema trips or movies that I watch on streaming. The streaming movies will get included in the watching as many movies as I can in 26, and I haven't decided on the format for my cinema reviews yet, so we will see what happens when I do eventually decide, because I have been to the movies a couple of times, but I don't know how I want to review the films yet, so I'll just, for this particular video, I'm going to just show what I've watched out of my physical media collection, starting with the TV shows. First, I have Primeval Series 5. I finished my Primeval rewatch because I do a rewatch every single year of Primeval. It's one of my all-time favourite shows. I love it, and not enough people talk about it. So if you like dinosaurs and you don't mind if it's a little bit cheesy, Primeval, definitely recommend checking out. I love the show. One day I will sit down and do a review of it. So, and then I also have the spin-off, which sadly only lasted one season, Primeval New World. I like to rewatch this as well once I finish. So, but yeah, it's a fun spin-off because this one's set in Canada, whereas the main Primeval one's set in the UK. So a little bit different, but it's fun. So I enjoy watching this one as well when I get to it. So Primeval New World. And then I started my rewatch of The Mandalorian. I managed to finish season 1. So season 1 is fantastic. I'm currently watching season 2 at the moment, so I don't know which one is my favorite, but this was a fantastic story arc from start to finish. And yeah, I just it's very shiny. Sorry about the reflection. But yeah, I just loved season 1 of The Mandalorian. So season 1. And also Primeval Series 5, 5 out of 5 stars. Primeval New World, 5 out of 5 stars. Mandalorian season 1, 5 out of 5 stars. So just in case it wasn't quite obvious, that I love Primeval, and yeah, I also am a big fan of The Mandalorian. So they were the TV shows that I managed to watch from my own physical media collection. And then I'm going to start, I've decided to group franchises in order, because if you've watched some of my other videos, you will know that I've had a bit of a rough couple of months, like mental health wise, and the only thing I felt like doing is rewatching things. So I've been rewatching a lot of the MCU because I was going to take my time with this, because I was like, I want to have everything rewatched by Brand New Day, the new Spider-Man movie. And then I kind of went a little bit crazy with the rewatching, so because I've had this past month off, that's why there's so much stuff in here. I do go back to work next month though, so there probably won't be as much to talk about in April, but we'll see how I go. So just get a handful here. So starting off in March, I rewatched The Avengers, one of my all-time favourite MCU movies. It's one of my most rewatched MCU movies. Like, I saw this 7 times at the cinema, and I've seen this multiple times on Blu-ray since I got it. I think I might even need to start looking into getting another copy, because I think this Blu-ray has been watched a lot, but I love this movie. Yeah, 5 out of 5 stars. I just have so much fun with it. And then Iron Man 3, not my favourite of the Iron Man trilogy. It's probably my second favourite. Like, I like it more than Iron Man 2, but not as much as the first Iron Man. I thought they did a decent job wrapping up the Iron Man trilogy. So, yeah, because I know there's been talk of an Iron Man 4, but I'm actually glad they didn't go that direction. I feel like it really did wrap up Tony's main storyline from the first Iron Man films, and then the fallout from the Avengers. So I gave this one a 4 out of 5 stars. And then this is probably going to be a bit controversial, but I actually really like Thor: The Dark World. I know it's not a popular opinion. I just have a really good time watching it. I don't know why. It's very short. I didn't realize just how short this movie is until like I put it on and I'm like, oh, it's nowhere near close to 2 hours. But I don't know, this movie's just really like there's a lot of funny moments, there's a lot of sad moments, it's just like a mix of genres, and I enjoy watching this one. I think I give it a 4 out of 5 stars. My rating tends to fluctuate between a 4 and a 4.5. I think at the moment it's a 4, but I enjoy it, and I know that's not a very popular opinion. So, and then we move into the 2014 MCU movies with Captain America: The Winter Soldier, a fantastic political thriller, a fantastic superhero movie, fantastic movie in general. 5 out of 5 stars. It's one of my favorites. So that's Captain America: Winter Soldier. And then we have Guardians of the Galaxy, another one of my favorites. I just love the whole Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy. Again, 5 out of 5 stars. It's in one of these days I will do a ranking of the MCU movies, but this is another one of my favorite trilogies, favorite movies. I just love the soundtrack as well to these films as well. And yeah, it's a great watch. So Guardians of the Galaxy, 5 out of 5 stars. And then moving into 2015, Avengers: Age of Ultron. This movie is interesting because I think when I first saw this movie, I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars at the cinema. I loved it at the cinema, but then when I rewatch it more, I'm like, actually, it's probably more like a 4 out of 5 stars. It's a very solid sequel and also deals with the events of the fallout from Winter Soldier. And yeah, I just, I do enjoy this one, and yeah, not as good as the first Avengers movie. That I don't think anything could replicate that, how much I adored the first Avengers movie, but it's a solid sequel. So that's Age of Ultron. And also James Spader voicing Ultron was genius, because I could listen to that man read the telephone book. So I just love his voice. So yeah, so 4 out of 5 stars. And then we have Ant-Man, which I enjoy. It's I think Paul Rudd is really good as Scott Lang. I really enjoy his performance as Ant-Man, and there's a lot of funny moments in this one as well, and I just have a really good time watching it. So 4 out of 5 stars for Ant-Man. And then going through the rest of the MCU movies that I managed to get to in March. Captain America: Civil War. This one is one I go through whether it's a 4.5 or a 5. My most recent viewing, it was a 5, because yeah, there's a lot of great moments in this one. I would have liked a more probably in solo Captain America storyline for the third one, because I know this gets nicknamed Avengers 2.0, but yeah, this is just like, again, sort of fracturing the MCU universe, and we sort of see the ramifications of what happens here like play out in the next few films. But yeah, this is a great movie. I think I did see someone actually say that a lot of this is to chance, like some of the storylines, like if someone had made a different decision, it would have had an entirely different outcome, which I do see, because it's like, yeah, a lot of it does hinge on someone reacting a certain way, and you kind of think, or what if Captain America had told Iron Man about Bucky before the events of this movie? Like, that would have changed things as well. And you're like, but he was counting on like Iron Man finding out about Bucky killing his parents. So yeah, it's sort of like, yeah, you take one element out and then it's like, oh, it's a different outcome, but it's still a really fun movie. And yeah, and also you have the great introduction of Chadwick Boseman as the Black Panther. I love his whole introduction scene, the fight scene at the airport. It's a fantastic movie. 5 out of 5 stars this watch. And then I watched Doctor Strange, which this movie keeps because every time I get to it, I always think, oh yeah, it's a decent movie. I enjoy it. I like Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange, because I remember he was being like, I think we were all hoping he'd get cast as Doctor Strange way back in the day when there was rumors he was going to be joining the MCU, and I really like his take on Doctor Strange. And each time I watch this movie, I'm like, actually, this is a really good movie. It's visually impressive. I mean, yeah, you could argue, oh, it's like Inception, but it's really adds that element to the mystic arts that with the Doctor Strange world, and I really enjoy it. I this time around I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. So it's yeah, I really enjoy this one. So, and also Mads Mikkelsen as the villain, can't really go wrong there. So so yeah, so 4.5 out of 5 stars. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, fantastic sequel. Again, fantastic soundtrack. I can't watch the ending without getting teary-eyed. And this one was no exception, but yeah, 5 out of 5 stars. And then Spider-Man Homecoming, again, on a rewatch, I'm just like, this movie is actually really, really funny, and there's just so many random moments that just make me burst out laughing. And you sort of, I really like the arc that they give like Spider-Man in this movie, just sort of as he's trying to become a superhero in his own right, and he's learning sort of still learning the ropes, but he's not like a complete beginner. And yeah, and Tom Holland is like, some of his line deliveries is hilarious. So I really enjoyed watching this again on because it's not one of my go-to movies, but like when I want to watch an MCU movie, but this was a really fun watch, and I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars. And then we have Thor Ragnarok. I love this movie. It's a 5 out of 5 stars. It's got so much great humor, so like just so many line deliveries and moments and callbacks, and it's just yeah, I just love it. It's like but I'm just trying to think just trying to see names here. Yeah, Cate Blanchett. I was like, it is Cate Blanchett, but yeah, Cate Blanchett as the villain. I love the whole like the Grand Master, Jeff Goldblum. He's hilarious. There's just so many quotable lines in this, and yeah, again, shaking up the MCU, which I know a lot of people do feel the same way, but it's sort of knowing that a lot of it gets undone by the time we get to Endgame, but Thor has fantastic growth in this movie, and yeah, it's just like you really see him come into being the king of Asgard. And while I do love the you know, Valkyrie as the king like storyline, but yeah, just we sort of see a glimpse of what type of leader Thor would have been if they'd stuck with that storyline. So but yeah, Thor Ragnarok is a 5 out of 5 stars. Love it. And that is all the MCU movies that I rewatched in the month of March. So now we go into some of the other movies that I managed to get to. I rewatched Game Night. Fantastic movie, so underrated. This is just a fun action comedy. There's so many random moments in here that I love, and yeah, I laugh every single time as I watch it. But yeah, if you have not seen Game Night, highly recommend. 5 out of 5 stars. I rewatched Pokemon Detective Pikachu. I was in the mood to watch this. This is a really fun live action Pokemon movie that I'm really sad that we haven't heard anything about. There's like any potential sequels. Yeah, I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, not 5. I don't love it that much, but I do enjoy this movie. And then I rewatched The Quartermass Experiment because I found a good price for it a good price for it on eBay. There we go. I love it. This is such an interesting, the way it's shot, because this was filmed live back in the day, like 2005. And yeah, it sort of deals with, there's a professor, Quatermass, he sends up, a crew of astronauts to, I think it's like to be the furthest, how far someone can go in space, and like to do a range of experiments, and the experiments go really wrong. So, and then 3 astronauts go up, but only 1 comes back, and then there's like dealing with the fallout and what's happened to the other astronauts. And yeah, this also has David Tennant and Mark Gatiss in this. So, but yeah, I just love it, and yeah, 5 out of 5 stars. Never seen any of the Quatermass movies, so that one. Running out of room. Okay, last batch of movies that I got to. I rewatched Jumanji. There's a new Jumanji movie coming out at the end of the year. At this point, it may get moved again, because I know it was meant to open the week before Avengers Doomsday and Dune Part 3. Now it's opening up after, so I'm probably not going to... This probably won't get... the third one won't get released until January, where I live, so... But I wanted to start rewatching the movie, so I thought I'd start with the first one, the original. This one is so much fun, and I always love revisiting this one. Robin Williams is great in this, and yeah, it's a fun action-adventure film. 4 out of 5 stars. Then I felt like watching Armageddon. Fun disaster movie, an asteroid hitting the Earth. Some things never change when you're watching a movie that came out in 1998, and a lot of things are still as relevant in 2026 as they are back then. But this is a great sci-fi disaster movie. And then, yeah, it had been a while since I'd watched it, so 4 out of 5 stars. Then I wanted to revisit a musical. I haven't watched enough musicals this year. I went to Barnum with Michael Crawford. I have a soft spot for Barnum because I was in a production of this in that my local city put on way back in the day, over 20 years ago, but I always enjoy it, and yeah, it was fun revisiting this one as well. So 5 out of 5 stars. Then I'm hoping to get to see the new Mario movie at the cinema, but it's school holidays where I live we're coming into school holidays, and I imagine the cinema is probably going to be busy, and I'm still sort of easing my way back into like my normal, like my pre-injury routine. So I may just wait until after the school holidays before I see the new one, but I rewatched the Super Mario Bros movie, which I think is a really fun Mario adaptation. I love the Mario games. They're basically Mario and Pokemon with the extent of my gaming like knowledge. And I even met Charles Martinet at a convention like 10 years ago, so it's sort of yeah, I do love Mario, and this was a lot of fun, a lot of callbacks to the games and the soundtrack, and I really enjoyed it. 4 out of 5 stars. And then I have a movie that I watched out of my collection that I'd never seen before, so I did finally get to a blind buy, and I randomly chose Purple Rain by Prince with Prince, which I had never seen, and I realised I didn't really know that many Prince songs other than 1999, but this movie was an experience, and I didn't know what to expect going in, and it was a bit weird at first, and I was sort of like, oh, is this going to be too much of this is a product of its time, and I'm not going to get as much out of it as I would like. I couldn't have been more wrong. The backdrop with the concert was fantastic. The soundtrack was fantastic. I loved everything about this, and I'll definitely be adding it to my rewatching list. So 5 out of 5 stars. This was a fantastic movie. I have since re-listened to the soundtrack again. That's a 5 out of 5 stars. But yes, I loved Purple Rain. And that is everything that I've watched out of my physical media collection. Thank you guys for watching, and until my next video, I will see you guys next time. Bye!